Okay, obusia finally lawyer B enya kwenya etimi aba be chirichirim hawa injunction abusia pani kofusu ex abusia pani kofusu eni akonwa so biem no ade a ewo se ye maame bempomamo etimi eye na brebra mama ne ma bibia edidem edema omu no munya kwenya eye delete Daddy Lumba celebration of life no benya kwenya etimi akokoten akohwe bebia omo brother no yede nato ebusuya yebekomo debtors ebra mia madie nyina yesu ba ekokoten agrante interview with the lawyer no yenya konya na yenkotie san komo no emfa emra bibia entimi entita nakwem na M&B Express Logistics say yenka nchiro se edutama ewo se wo tokas ya efo omu bezi o Canada okom aso ya cars na efo pa eno aso te watu telephone edia from na mwa start edin kita ho abusua obetete ewo M&B Express Logistics aso ye enti frɛ number no ntema abusua yenkome na lawyer no ensem odi atodwa no yenkofam na ene asem no agita o
den na was say nipa na otwe na betwe manso no ni lawyer no den na was oye because yenya nti yese enkrata bi ana was any responses bi ana was say akosia bimpoma mo lawyer maternal family no mo lawyer no na was say otro de ba court no wanye pacho ade na omoka wansem no say obetimi acheche ase kakra.
Okay, so we file this thing injunction Pemrem also a statement of case and I think affidavit in support. So file brewer all defendants you file say your affidavits in opposition, right? How they disputed your non-econo. Inti they know I'm some case of more filing no. I'm just my filing and not pay. I be share be about courty. The other side because mensan can tema no pay na filing. Inti and several me. Cause your back courts are sometimes we argue in injunction cases sometimes everyone argue sometimes also no. Judge and be share and crate the man or the other bay or the abuasem no mumbe argue or court. And I'm catching say so I no pay ourselves every day and san can ye dear. Inti say and san can ye dear. Court but in chance wa mama yede bay. Ama monsaka na go through na mo bibia can na mo bibia argue. Then you come in and you argue. And it's number to share that.
Okay, inti sa document no. Sa enkrata na akosia bimpoma lawyer no was say or responded to Baba Jamamo no. Omo kebeka se wo monsankan ye no. Eno ne kofa adjournment ne bae.
And I cover adjournment. Yeah.
Okay, meaning that there was some more chance no mudi be di etinye wo court no almost monsankan.
Monsankan, yeah.
Okay, so in the next interview we heard from Akosia Sewa our fire opoku mu side no. Dia me hu ye ni say ono so be kan say omo de bibia amomo na court registrar kra edi adanse say ono wa ye ni bibia edi aden edi abeto. Could it also be said sometimes maybe a lawyer needs to me edi any responses to the allegations and now reliefs are plaintiff no ehwehwe from the court no say court no yema no. Could it also be said sometimes defendant lawyer no edi sa nyoma ne ba to me check or register you and sana you're handing you over to the plaintiff's lawyer?
It happens mostly. Like mostly when you file it in the morning, our court dockets never also. But the other side no, likely say also no, it's not there because of filing and pay. Sometimes we use it to delay. Sometimes it becomes a delay tactic. Sometimes to and you say ebia unya time and you have unya time. And what's the will be sana? It's not fair. Say be here case not on the same day analysis because remember also will be 3 days to the to the die be the asem no. And I was say the bay. I was all 73 days before that be the asem. I mean, you get it?
Okay.
Because motions, that's how it is. So 3 days at least, be shame. So about quarter be reply or it's me be reply fairly. So mostly that's how it is.
Okay. So I don't know who to put the blame on. Whether I should put the blame on a defendant, a Kosia Bimpoma lawyer, no, and I'm in for blaming in my registry. But then I watch us, you know, I think fairly no, your tears here say, say, a Kosia Bimpoma lawyer, no, it me, Eddie Sankrata, no, a call 3 days before on the 5th, no, maybe on the call on the 3rd. And stand on the 5th, no, mube share there. Nanka, no excuse. Like that's what you're like.
I'm letting you swear the asem now or
No, but Amba, Tupac lawyer no beka say. Tupac lawyer no beka say omo nsanka ye no na che say wo say judge no eto asem ni sheda.
yes.
Omo nsaka na omo bedi asem. Afa my second question to you lawyer. Omo so eka say no on the 18th meeting no defendant no lawyer no eka say of file BB
Yeah. Yes, okay.
it's
So
almost
Matthias, okay. So you see in the holiday, since I had the holiday when you fixed holiday on the calendar, mostly to see that say good.
Yeah.
So almost you see is done. And as I say, done acquire holiday. So you apply for abridgment. Abridgment is simple. Say maybe yes, since you was set time and go say backwards. No, I was see a bit before.
That time.
Her letter of abridgment and I be visa. Into Okono going from cause saying it is say I'm finna say me no 3 months right? Me no 3 months no. Now I was here start to be a trial. It be next week. But before the trial no be June no. And I mean what say I say okay, you got terms of settlement. Terms of settlement and say yeah, cause the CIA you be call for abridgment. Now I check court and say mouse on anke be die nim na ya ba betwe no. Yate ho ase into the way break court terms of settlement ni court no adopt as consent judgment into and on the court before time and I was here court no into way more the no be na omo pe time before say be court but anye but court no boy say or the best time e be back before say day na ankasa. That's the 28th no ABC. So I know no more here and it's fair enough.
So, abridgment of time, no, it is in law, and me want to put a question. Like it is something that is allowed to be done in court.
Yeah, it's allowed to be done. Yes.
Okay. Because to add to what you just said, no, may Koye interview or Accra High Court, I think a day before or 2 days before on the 18th meeting. Now, sa interview na mikoye no we need lawyers to kokasai, and I spoke on I think that interview is on my wall, I think on YouTube too. Maybe so lawyers say court asem na say oto asem no share adebi na say adano ekoye holiday later e den na emraka omo chase say anytime a court be share that adan be kokoto holiday no tell or filing for certain motions and I was say who show up for the continuation of the case and bibia you don't come on the holiday, you come on the next available working day. Sana mo cheche me ase it later na me bet say omo file for abridgment of time no. Because I didn't have knowledge on that, meant bisa lawyers, no. But yes, yeah. That's my dream because I was expecting say the 23rd na ko year holiday and then the 24th no. And a be a day for the meeting. But
because 24th now we have business for the day that day. Into all the day be shape. Men can't just possible crap, but I'm out for by your normal so that on that day. So you just go and you agree on the next day. Obama court na it's not
Okay.
case and see. But for sure, say court because chinchina and I'm one rent information there. Forget it. It's not for sure.
Wow. Lawyer, wait, a very painful question to ask, but I'll ask because a very hankrophobic akaba maybe sir. Or see there. Do you see this case? Do you see this case, this injunction case, coming to a closure on the said adjournment date 25th of March?
So the 5th of March is for ruling, no. It's for ruling, so the 25th of March, November ruling. Me, I thought it was the catch was at 24th. I don't know if I stepped out, so me on 25th there, but the agreed date was 24th.
I more agree. They later moved it. Now, defendants, no, to park lawyers, no. To park lawyers, no, can say, or more for date, no, 26th. And much letter by, or more man back court, or much letter nearby.
Yeah.
But, Akusia Brimpoma, any of our Pokumu lawyer, no. Omo argue say case no manning and try and cause our line no because omo na mo abeka say more rights, more legal right, constitutional right say enye say sa jumedie ne baso iti omo so no omo reasons omo ka say they have a lot of itinerary, they have things to do, so case they didn't mean cut 26th and omo ball we no dey bar 25th. Court no the bar 25th.
Okay. I was leaving the court. I just flashed there. As I was leaving now 24th. But me pay so I'm also pay. I don't know.
Yeah, me guys I was saying me but pay no be 25th. And
yeah.
24th no the day after the holiday na the mom no. So okay, say maybe it could be said the day is full already. Business for the day is already all the courts are occupied for the day and now be an judge no another cases to sit on or something. It terms no na mo born free 24th the bar because we na if anything na defendant's lawyer no or expect say 24th no be the day, but now letter plaintiffs no dia ba no plaintiff no ye to park lawyer Baba Jamal. Letter no mo dia ba no so twe asem no dia kosi 26th. And I think the judge just look at the two dragging themselves no dinner fifi because we per 24th, we per 26th into the 25th.
Okay, that's fine.
So I think that is what I saw there. It will see 25th at all costs, no ruling will come.
Ruling will come, yeah.
Okay, lawyer, me person bisa this simple question. Me pacho Ghana
the case that Daddy Lumba
of life coin apart from the law talking about funerals and ekasa about stakeholders of funerals it goes to family Mrani Sukasa about a year deceased, the body of the deceased. One can say a moon law nika about a moon call back to family. A kasa about Ibusia Penny, a kasa about stakeholders, or kasa about nest of kin, children, and wife. Me paucho ye Ghana mrano emrebi wo honu mu a esi eyun kwan esi celebration because celebration of life enye yie. Eti me pese me bisa say emrebi wo ho a esi sade no kwan na.
To my best now, the best of my knowledge, no, Mrebia ni hwa esi hu kwan. Say, on say, oka say celebration of life. Ebe didn't say ebe shemra say we are banning celebration of life or a law which criminalizes celebration of life. You don't get even a law which is even if you are making a law, you can get a law which is stating the same literal things we are saying here, but. When I'm before because you are doing something, so the work share unlawful assembly. What I say? Or Obi try say, or say Shemuna Mukoshiana is lawful. It's unlawful. Sorry, it's a criminal activity, and I'm okay. That's fine. In this, so to me, prove on that length, that's fine. These people are gathering unlawfully. But say there's no morale back at say about the celebration of life.
Okay, me pacho yani namtinta so na some social media commentators ni I mean notorious socialite bi kika say Ghana mremu no se oni obi di asem na se nipa no ene wo hya asem no ne wodi no ne wo hya ase in a certain capacity as in di asem ni we ya want to mean the capacity capacity nipa no. And what I'm trying to say is say na na to park ye busuapeni asisi a busuafo no so omotu na de so no. There's the argument say in what capacity no or they ba continue case no. And socialite ni sa social commentators yi bi so ka say because oba or the nasem no be down in court no in the capacity say or no ye the head of family no. I just see the answer na sa capacity no be taken off. But you no bet me my a little education kaka.
If just let's speak it simple, right? Minu would yasem na well you see in your own capacity, right? Yenya next of kin and as a baby, I better to ourselves. So this one is simple logic. Once you lack capacity, the other side they will go under the inherent jurisdiction of the court. They will tell the side that this person lacks capacity. And if you lack capacity, you can build something or nothing. You don't have the court doesn't even you don't have the locals to even stand there. So the person should just apply and strike the case out. Once you lose capacity, that's it. It goes to the root of the matter.
Lawyer, I don't know how versed you are in traditional issues, but na wahana yera Mahama Beka say abai any ahinsem enkaka. Like they don't have anything to do with traditional stuff or the kingship or chieftaincy terrain. Omuni bridge.
It's in our constitution. Chiefs are not involved in
politics and other stuff are buying governance issues. Intimate so. Sesia asem na ye kanu akoye ti se ebusia asem. Ebusiafo ni bi se omotu to park ade so. Na ebi nso asan be ye press conference or da so your mobusian penina na yentu na ade so no. How would the parties now womo akasa omotu na ade so no? How would they prove that in court? Ena womo so womo si yentu na ade so no. Wo hwa by law no. What is expected of them to show say order so tiso?
When it comes to all these things, you can turn into legal matters, right? I won't say but your penny here has nothing to do with kinship, right? Or chieftaincy. Right. So
okay.
Your penny is a family affair. If we have rules which guides how Abusia penny should be removed, and it goes to court. And they settle say, they removed him through the rightful means or the rightful channel, rightful procedure. And one a baby words here. So no so on ten of one say, I'm the bush penya. Still that one can even go to court. Now court now respect. So court in the mother honor. So called a customary law came around. So that's where the court will feed into how the custom is. Then the offense only be so you didn't get it. Let's say you didn't get a fair hearing now. That's fine. But this is the case. The only thing they say, the ultimate court, the person lacks capacity, right? Ultimate court, now to me prove say the rightful people no, so and he's sued as the head of the family. Dear, and once I hear you to that capacity you lose it. So the next thing is you just strike out the suit. So that I earlier said. I don't know if I'm answering your question right though.
Yeah, you have answered it. So in what you are saying is that no you soldier ni say ya woro na tare.
Exactly.
It is soldier tare no so de be ya asem no. Say asa tade na ya woro. Nti so no oba na obetwa asem ni mu. Because onye soldier ni.
Ye di asem ni wie kra na your man judgment you can go and set aside this judgment because the person lacked capacity.
Na che say asem no omukoso kra di mana wo a ye di asem ni ti a no utimi san kokoka che judge ni say we oni to me a ade ana
Or the
oka se mo fa ma na mo de ama no no oni tumi se wo so oje na waje wade
yes,
back.
you can set aside the judgment, and
So in
that's
a
all.
nutshell, let's conjecture or presume. Let's use presumptions. In a nutshell, no, do you see anything happening to the celebration of life next Saturday?
You see,
Looking at what
most
we
of
have
the
discussed.
maybe I went to the courtroom, right, and I read the room.
Mm.
You read the room now, and you read the state. Me who say the brony lawyer and so media and so baby cabin. This thing, yeah, I don't think that will prevail in the injunction because if we are bringing forth, there's no real issue, right, to be determined. Maybe in my eyes, so there's no real issue to be determined. And you go to the other legs of granting the injunction. First of all, inconvenience when never cause over was champagne. Don't cause you any inconvenience. And yeah,
Council, almost a month won't count. Almost a month won't count. Patch up a jawini kaka.
okay, I feel the motiana. All right, fine.
I almost let
So,
me tell me crime.
like I said, my call autonomous na me read the room. Actually, almost file almost affidavits, almost the documents. I don't want to speak legalese. Almost file almost documents at the command court, which is the respondents who are the defendants. No. And Odobroni mo so as I file it. And Odobroni Abusia Penny, I'm sorry. Abusia Penny lawyer and so I file a reply. But there's no way in the law I just say injunction will be a responded to what I was all file a reply. So Omola and Crack say, well, who said documents no? Now my lord, my lady and one I yoba. And I'll say, well, but my name had like you shouldn't worry about it. Because it's because I say it's alien to the other, say yeah, well, but you shouldn't worry about it. So
Let's just say second file in no more yeah na lawyer ni can one sem no. In law no, it doesn't happen.
it doesn't happen. We don't have anything like that.
But
We don't. We have nothing like a. We have
Justin
nothing like
Pacho,
a.
metumi aba o question maybe said na medwe na wo bisa Pacho.
No, baby, let me finish. Let's
Okay.
finish in Pacho.
Okay.
I'll give room for everybody to ask one question. So, anyway, counsel, continue.
So in law no, all file a statement of case ni baby and back on file affidavits of position ni baby also file. Not the issue. Now the next thing is either say you better argue kakre bi na say argue court be share the papers no the ruling up, right? Good.
Okay.
But what I'm mean for the into my side in a normal case no be file statement of claim na obi file defense o file a reply mostly mostly say the pakono a file the defense no say counter claim tiawa and I feel like a reply is a must, right? It is then I no be apply the injunction which is not right. And at the reason which say one also could pay injunction. And Obia file a defense to it or affidavits in opposition to it, right? Obi file affidavits in opposition to it. The only thing left is a little argument or a straight going into the ruling of the matter. But filing a reply, no, in as much as it's not in law, no, erasing something in your mind, then the defense the person is filing is a strong defense. Because if it wasn't a strong defense,
indirectly no. For you to even come give a counter response, no, just say nipa na woni na ba court no. Our strong point.
Yes, he's putting up a good fight. Yes, he's put adding in the reason.
Ne twade mu odin.
What do you say? Sana adding the reason with him. This is let's say a lawyer's thinking. Me imagine no.
Okay.
Because if the defense wasn't that strong, you wouldn't even bother yourself bringing anything called a reply, which is alien to the law. And only one thing on me, but I don't know. It doesn't. It's not to the law, so it won't be even regarded. If you have anything to argue, because all the
second one, no, to put a stop to the sale of cloth. No? Because because it was all over the place. Omo de Bushapenia Sandy be a yabe council moton to Mabina no so embeka omo release omo you hear from the court. No?
Oh, I know them customer who wanna make what.
I'm asking these questions because and in Amunti and so microphobia JD mama kuma cry omoya. Because me who kwanya befa so a wodi wasama kodan court ewie ama mo start ya ageni case no asan the car afoforo bia ba say obi ton to mind e ma ninja intoma na oton no me tiase e hono na
the old person ever perform events and to man or turn there what's your problem? It's the event itself that you are trying to block. Preparations will be your that's all block preparations now. Your preparations itself is not a breach of any onset. But I'm trying to say that Adeba concern say semi-filing injunction application and is pending for the court to hear it. It operates as an injunction. See, okay. Once I had to say, yeah, I know what taking away. Yeah, my copy injunction. Injunction, no, you bet, let's say 25th. Once you bet in the 25th, no, at that point, from even the 20th coming, no, in this order on Sako Kaka, no, it will operate as an injunction, some way, somehow, as an injunction before BBAB. But this is the event now, Ankasa. Injunction is a event now, more organized and Ankasa is alien to the, or it's not even alien, it's a breach to custom, right? It's a breach to custom, whatever. It's a non-yada. Basako Boom said, Obusam said, Mrabena, if it's under customary law, to be established, she said, yeah, celebration of life after a year. And that's all your celebration of life are a conflict with some part of customary law there. I know they obey me any argument. What I say? But if it doesn't conflict with anything under customary law, then I don't think you have anything to say.
So, in a nutshell, you were in the court because I think High Court Obi Trema Michel no catch him say now ka said date time no be call from Kakraba. Hey, what's now ka said date now on Mama 23rd na on Baba who nim say on the 18th no Kramaba. And I'll say, well, you don't know if the case has started. And I'll say you have to rush.
Yes, I never knew, sir. A part. I thought they will come orally to inform the court because of this. None come agree on the date. But I never knew, sir. They did it in a motion, whatever form.
So, in a nutshell, no. So if we go strictly by the rules, regulations of what the law says about injuncting events, no, we don't see any loophole where they have to put in that response, and you also don't see a possibility of injuncting the celebration of life. And we are not speaking on the basis of the verdict. I'm speaking from your experience with injunction cases. No, you don't see anything like that.
And I make us say before courts and granting injunction or checking on maybe right. Some woman now or checking on me no. The odds are in the respondent's favor, which the respondents are the defendant. The injunction in from respondents, no? Right?
Okay.
Good. How will it inconvenience you? We can even pass the test of there's an issue for trial and that's an issue in question. But how will it inconvenience you? What do you say?
Yeah.
So cause see injunctive say bono. Say kase betua wo betimi atua. That's the second thing. And I said bono yeah. Say ana inconvenience on best of an kase repair mom I won't me repair mom.
Exactly.
Until you share the elements now a war injunction me I don't think that's maybe the I don't think they can satisfy the court. That's what I'm saying say the opposition puts up a strong defense. For you to go to the extent of filing something which is not even in law, no, That means all kind of only difference. One say yes, okra bibi no deba. It raises that thing in your head. Yes. So let's see how it goes on the 25th.
Okay. More comment section and more tutorial. And I'll be blocking all of you. If you think you are smarter, wiser, more knowledgeable than the lawyer, go to another platform and do that. Don't do it here. I'm done with. No. Counsel, just leave that to me. Satiti ni oma no meja you. Sesi aya me block you. Ko baby fufro na ko church sa ni oma no wo. Oti ase. Aha. Se wonim nyansa pa. Sebi se wonim nyansa. Ye onemu bu ha wonye. Because obi kasa wonim nipa no. Obi amfrɛ wo. Obi ambo wudi. No abɛhyɛ comment section. Chuchocho ni oma bi wo. Me hu a this man fa me ni se hu. Me moderator no wo school. Upon says you obeba be block mo ya better on be block him. What you say? Aha. Eti mo man respect here ho. Obi opinion nya wo opinion. Unim dia wo nya obi nim dia. Nipa no no a lawyer. Unya lawyer wo de unyansa no. Efie nyansa na mo de na platform ne so no. Eno na mo pese mo de ba ha me ma wo kwan. Me block you. Eno na me ka che no. Thank you very much. Lawyer. Yen going to a little deeper. Adano no injunction case be a BCC. Na eye akosha bimpome ya no between ne wofa. Ana ne bush penny e de ne ba court. Obetween no de ne ba court. Se opeso hu ni nua Daddy Lumba ni mo opeso hu di kun. Ama we nya sa akwanya no. Onya sa your friend is saying onya opportunity na ye di injunction ni man ni wie ye no in less than 2 hours no ye san frɛ catch am say wo mo fa 2 billion Ghana cedis eye dollars ikemu no $200,000 within 1 hour 30 minutes no muntia saska no engu court ni account mo ansana omo tabuno na yede amom no ebeye adwuma injunction ni beye adwuma omo enya sasika nti no judge de kan say so mo ntumi entia sasika ne dia ene to park enkoso nkoye onko nenim na onko ankoye neye and they use the word security as in like security for the cost incurred by respondents no to park ne baba jama lawyers. Iti no misumi bisa se kobani se injunction no yenfa ni se nyoma ya kan na yentuntu baby. Ni yenfa ni se kobani se ye beru award injunction no e de ama to park. Me patro sa sika na ye ka se we munu ntua no ye bema akosha bimpoma any ono so ne crofo no ye be ma omu the same opportunity am omu so de omu sika na abeto na we mu atua na
Okay, I was lost, but maybe a question I could see that. You see, we've already described that thing as bad law, right? We've already described it as bad law, so I don't think people should be thinking man we must because we must 2 million the other. And the High Court can deviate from its own decisions, right? So I don't think you're happy. I criticize it. Why do we want it to repeat? That's the question.
Okay, so but me can say often if you are injuncting a social event, definitely because there have been some form of repression, there's loss and cost.
Exactly.
Enti no when they bet you see antoma ya print una mtinta ne so a me kra me story me last time here on YouTube no me de bedi bangi se nkrofo e ka sentoma be ani ho AI na de ade no ma bedi bangi sentoma no because una mtinta ne so antoma no facha ya printing toma no un video sinane na mtinta ne so ma nkrofo ni abre as we speak no me comment section akra obi ti say ifia p atro so turn tickets nkrofo be bre atro me platform is so moto mo ticket mo bagana buy acha by Tuesday, Wednesday, normal land. And also, what would the court do about that for the respondent.
For the respondent, in case wait, I was doing something, but in case yeah, granting injunction now. I think that's the thing
What happens to preparation? The costs involved in preparation, ticketing, entoma, promotions, adverts, or my year. Maybe your rent is some new maybe not the idea or you know, stage and young PA system on the crisis.
We first discussed it in the first injunction thing. That's why you sign an undertaking. So that undertaking will cover it. So at the end of the day, you know, if you lose the case, you lose what? You lose the opportunity to recover that loss, right? But if you win the case, that's why you estimate your cost to the courts. At the end of the day, the courts will estimate your cost, right? And they will grant you your damages at the end. So
okay. Okay, so no, I'm a little confused here. Lawyer, I want to check who is supposed to win the case to pay to who? The one losing is paying or the one winning is paying?
Okay, so injunction, Emrane is very smart, right? Say, before so be grant injunction, applicant so be injunction. Onim say asem ne betimi akọ left and ne betimi akọ right in the end, right? Inti so grant ma wa obeka to sign the undertaking in case I then call left and I kwama wa nipa na ye injunction ni tia no at least wa cause no bibi. And I harm in some way in Kabia no maybe or person yen. What must they say when to me anye? Inti where the bay. So damages no say calculating the end I'll be to yaman. What you say?
Okay.
Inti say at the end of the case. At the end of the case, near injunction and mammy. Say me lose what's a mayor the bay. Be compensate you for normal lose here. But me when it dear. And yeah, I on the other side. That's all.
Oh, okay. But you say what you say. Next, you say, say a company say, ex Bushapeni to pack. We need ya. Then there you be calculated cost for respondents. And our defendant kushia primpoma money. You be calculate your cost. Court ne be yes estimate on the amount. But we need defendants we need their net say. I have to drop him because I couldn't mute him. But you about super no mute him why Mr. Remo. Ain't no lawyer atras here no. Ente bia no. Mama ebi more opportunity na omoso. Omo ebi some questions but we have to go into some things. Lawyer about your may small presentation and I mess about Honomobium.
Sure.
For people to now ask the questions they need. Guys, and so the first thing I want to put across is say a bit more can intend so concerning a yenu and tomano. I say Omasa de some Omasa so file BB say motion no say then concerning to mabia yeton. Me say me family ni hu ye lawyer ne so ba want me can be asa amfa ho to me patcho say one team free court ho anti free defendant lawyer ni nsem say ye de bibia beton to mabia ye tonton so ana ntoma bia ye promote ana bibia men gintum enye nokre tie no ha enye nokre. Number 1. Number 2, say obi kache o say to pack ekokoshia nungwainfo ema nungwainfo kache ni say onfa akoko embra no mfa nko poultry farm onfa nentwie sika ensambra eye atrosem bibia sensiye na dia meja so dia kan say ni say bibi say si ya eba ni say meminya information from PRO I want to say omoni ebusuafo ni ba bihia me kodu o na ye maternal family insiemu ono ye bisa wo mo say wo mo ye afa na mo be respond to call na ye from na na eti asema mpese mbisa mo ni say am pass to park eni o mo akohia ama wo mo aka che wo mo say wo mo fa akukọ bi ana nantwie ana yi bi mbra eba ni say na we mo ba no mo bi so mo say afa na mo respond to call no critical thinking tina me say critical thinking tina ye critical analysis no wo se wakohia obi say wo de osefa akukọ bra wakohia obi e wo bi asase so usie nipa no ofie ena wo nipa abeka ena omo ate ena omo frɛ wo ama ena social media commentators ni socialite ni TikTok hosts for abetna tinta ni so abeka che yen se mo akọ ma yese mo fa akukọ mbra eni sika na say Portugal mo de Portugal mi na kan ho mi bi so eba ni sei na ebusua no foforo kọ ho no na san krofo na wo mu busa se san krofo na ka che mo se mo fa akukọ mra mo fa sika emra no eni na ntwie ni nsa no san krofo na ka sa asem ni kire mo no eba ni sei na ebusua we bedru o no mu bi se ebusua ni se afi na ye frɛ mo mo ba na ana ye samanfo na ekọ hall first no ana mo ekọ no mu kohia nsamanfo. Because the same people we have been hearing from on the internet, no, or more na sa faithful day na call no, me call no, me koshi omo. Iti mi bisa, say yampa say, omu call ne eka say, omu fa kuko ne ensa, eni sika, eni nentwe mra, eba ni say, ena sesia, maternal family another Daddy Lumba ni chocho muchomu for ekopie mu ho no eba ni se na ye bi so mo se ye frɛ mo se mo mra no afi na mo aba na ade na ye bi so mo sa ana nkrofo net no wo mu refi se ex ebusuampeni to pack aba o mu refi eya mo man kan no kre otiase na temdidie ni yi ho ye ni gidigidi ni takashia ye de kanse na ye nyai enko bebia ye mu bi wa hano ho nyame de ye ba asase so for some of these things muka na ntwa se me free kuma se me lande ye na me kwa mfi ho me ko bisa piaro osisa nkomo bi ansi musa ba be kan se ebusuampeni akohu omu in secret without media omu se on fa akokọ eni si camera eba ni say ena later no wo for ya poku mu ni akosua bimpoma mu ni ebusuafo na ekopie mu ho no eba ni say na san krofo na ebi so omu say ye frɛ mu na fe na mo aba ebusuampeni omu bakukra bisa say to park won obusa ye ewon kramu emo mu say bisa say ebusuanu faction be because yet it is a bushani mu ache mienu o seden emo mu chiachase edu baby kra no omu kache media say nobody should record omu bon komo bi ansana omu ma yakonya se en record eno mean to me find tuga but they make kache o live isu ni say sesi an penifo no mu ani abre omu si wo mu chu say wo kasa wo video no mu befa omu fa wo video na wo di boss an komo no omu nsa so mu obeba be yi wa no wo court enye hope afenso omu de wo befa amane na amamre kwan so wo mramu na chese ye bedome wo etimi pa mo cho se wo do wo ho na wo do wo bushia wo do wo ma wo do wo kunu do wo yere e do wo nkwan do wo adwuma obi kasa men tu fa no ntumu gam na nkokebi me na me bisa question no utie omo a interview no utie omo apostle no betime voice for me bisa sa question directly say mo catch say na Tuesday we mo expect ex ebusuapani to park wa ha eba ne se na e ba no mo se mo postpone e no church ase it may catch him almost say no they will not only deal with you legally they will also deal with you traditionally now na mkasa ase so a ensu ani nam Ghana nyina ebi fa hansa na korapo mu me call no mo say abosom date is a wo me say abosom date is a wo 99 kan date is na ho na wo almost say they will deal with you traditionally and once I deal with you legally